I met a gypsy.
I don't know if you've seen, but the whole in-ear communications, like my hobby horse that I've just been riding around every press conference,
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, I'm so about it.
Oh, cool.
That has to happen in Supercross.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they need to get communication in Supercross for sure.
Yeah, so you'd be for it as a team owner, team manager?
Well, I've been talking to Dave Prater on it, and I think I'm probably talking out of line here, but in Detroit, we had a long conversation about it.
Oh, beautiful.
And I just said, you guys, even if you don't get it where the riders are talking to the mechanics, but you can take it out of Formula One or take it out of NASCAR, IndyCar, the sport will be boring. You're going to make the sport so much better.
Oh, I completely
And the safety
agree.
thing, look at especially these mud races. There was a couple finish line jumps where guys were down. They just land another one. I'm like, oh my God, do we have to really hurt somebody really bad before
San Diego.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen it with my son, racing amateur, which we have I have headphones on and he has it in his helmet. So I can at least go, hey, there's I go, I told the AMA, I go, you guys, if you have 17 double jumps and you can't see, then you need 17 flaggers, or else put 15 jumps in and have 15 flaggers.
Yeah.
Because you're just, especially when I see the little kids that just stack the minis on top of each other, I'm just like, you guys, this is brain dead. We're better than this,
Yeah. Man, I'm so glad to hear that. I've been making the biggest deal out of it. Like I asked, it was actually after San Diego, because obviously there was in the 250 class, maybe it was a heat race or something, but a guy crashed on the finish line and just.
I totally have it in my head here right now, but I don't remember what race it was. And I'm just like, another one. Oh my God, you guys.
Yep. Yep.
And you know how hard these guys try, and half these, especially the privateers, man, they're trying to get gas money to get home, and they're just getting landed on. I mean, the sport's brutal sometimes,
Yeah.
and not fair, you know?
So, I mean, there's that element, and then there's also like the lappers element when Coop,
getting blocked.
Yeah, AP was in the lead, and then you've got Eli's getting lapped, and then he doesn't know what the deal is, and then it's like it. So there's that whole element, but then exactly what you said, like think about the content.
Yeah,
think about the content. And that race in particular, we had Jet and Ando get into it.
Just think about the content right there. That's what I said to him. I go, you're trying to decide whose fault it really was, but who was saying what in those helmets, man? I would have loved to hear that.
Dude, imagine the clips that and I think this is one of the things that you've done so brilliantly in your career as a team owner is you've always had amazing sponsors. You've always figured out ways to deliver for sponsors differently. Like you get it. You get it in the sport maybe better than anybody else. And it's like you obviously can see the value from the content perspective of just how important that would be for the sport. It would be fucking huge for the sport.
It'd be amazing. Yeah. No, I'm stoked. That's one of the things working with the studios and stuff, bringing Ghostbusters in. I'm super proud to be able to do that. I brought my friend Josh Greenstein there from Sony, and he walked into the stadium and went, I mean, his job is to sell movies. He goes, man, these people are moviegoers. How do we bring it to, bring Ghostbusters one of these. So every year we get to pick now a movie and wrap our arms around it. And I get to go work on the set over there in England in Ghostbusters. And
really?
Work on some of the new vehicles that they got coming out in it and do the gear and the helmets. And now they sponsored the whole shot. Now they're advertising Ghostbusters on it. And we're planning for next year what we're doing. So
it's amazing.
And it brings me into, I love working with Hollywood and see what's going on. They just announced it. Spielberg just signed, has the rights to the Bullet movie, and they just hired Bradley Cooper. So I talked to Jim Farley. We're already starting to work on the Mustangs for the new movie, and I love Bullet movies. So to bring that movie back and give it a 2000 spin and bring Ford and Sony together and Warner Brothers, and I love that kind of stuff, when you start connecting all the right people,
Yeah. And I think you've been so good at that over the years, like I think relationships in business and like that's everything.
Yeah.
Like it's so much about relationships, and I think you've been a guy that's always been able to kind of like move the chess pieces around to link everyone together, and it's like the saying, a rising tide floats all boats.
Yeah.
It's like you're that guy,
Yeah. It's a fun part of the job, There's always, it's like working with Gabriel. He's been, from Alpine Star. He's a competitor, but I go, dude, we're better together. I want to hang next to Alpine Star in the store. So let me enhance what you're doing, and you help me. I mean, he helped, let Barsh out of his Alpine Star contract when I signed him, and
really?
Gabriel was, thank you, Gabriel, for letting that happen. But I end up painting some helmets for him. I do motocross helmets, now for him with Troy Lee designs on them. Like, yes, he's a competitor, but we're better together.
Yeah. I love hearing you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gabriel's such a great guy.
Yeah. He's awesome.
There's not many people. I actually don't think many people know about Gabriel. Like, I guess like the public, they probably don't know just how amazing that guy is.
Oh,
and like,
he works harder than anybody I know, man.
Dude.
I'm like, geez.
Like,
he's on every plane, every race.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like the players, I'll see him. Like I travel a fair bit.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I see, there's not a race that I go to anywhere in the world where I don't have a coffee with Gabriel. It is mind blowing.
For sure.
The amount, like he'll be A1, then he'll be on a plane that night to go to Japan to do something in Japan. And then he'll be at a superbike race. And then he'll be back in the office. And then he'll be flying to India. Like he is just everywhere.
Yeah.
But he's so passionate about his product.
Yep.
He's so passionate about his athletes and the sports. And
does an amazing job.
It's unbelievable. But it's cool that you guys have that relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. No, every time I see him, I want to sit down, grab a coffee with him.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I forgot that Barsha was Alpine Stars before he signed with you.
Yeah,
guys.
we had to get him out of Arai and Alpine Star, so it was like, and even Arai was really cool. Luckily we did a new helmet for Arai. I mean, I try to work with all my I try to be like Switzerland with my company. I think I worked with Arai, I worked with Shoei, I worked with Bell, worked with Jeremy McGrath forever. He really helped me a lot. Jeff Ward, I talked to him this morning. He's one of my great athletes, I've really been fortunate to work with some great, Scott Dixon, amazing,
He's unbelievable.
Yeah. What has he got? 6 IndyCar championships now or something like that? Yeah. He's just, and the nicest guy,
Yeah.
And
he loves moto too, eh?
Oh, he loves it. He loves watching our team. We even have a New Zealand kid on our team.
Cole.
Cole, yeah. So he's like even more stoked now. He's like, oh, you're helping a New Zealand kid, man. Because I always do the silver ferns on Scott Dixon's helmets,
Ah, sick.
So,
was BT riding for you guys at one point?
Yeah, he really put us on the map, and he think we won our first 450 with him.
He did, right?
Yeah.
Was it an outdoor?
Outdoor.
Yeah,
he's awesome. I went to Australia or New Zealand for Rotorua for the mountain bike thing over there and hung out with him for a couple of days and water skied, and it was cool. Yeah, New Zealand was a super cool country.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and then I went over to Australia from there and hung out with Johnny.
Yeah.
Got to ride some moto there.
So funny story. Johnny's the guy that gave me the nickname Gypsy.
Oh, really?
I don't think I've ever said that on the air, but yeah. So
cool.
he's one of my oldest friends in this this
good
industry.
Guy.
Yeah. So that's I used to go. It's funny. I'd go film because I was filming. So like 2007, 2008, like I bought a camera and a credit card and I'd started going to film at the Nationals in Australia. And it was like J Marmon, like there was that whole kind of era. Then Chad Reed was going back and doing some races. And so I would be traveling in a van by myself, 18 years old. I had a camera and a tripod and I would stop at Johnny's house. And this was before any fast internet, any broadband speed, none of that. And I would go to his house and absolutely rape his Wi-Fi. so I would be trying to upload these videos.
Right.
Like Vimeo, it wasn't even YouTube back then.
Right.
And I'd be trying to upload my edits to Vimeo on Johnny's couch. And I'd be staying on his couch for fucking weeks. And Halsey would be like, when is this kid gonna leave? But yeah, we'd go riding and surfing and carrying on. And when he got Troy Lee, I was extremely happy for him because
cool.
he's
been awesome.
Such a good dude.
Yeah, he really wraps his arms around our brand and puts it on the other right people in Australia and, always doing cool things. So it's great when you get a distributor like that and a personal friend that does the right things for the brand.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.